People are now saying that this guy's own teammates at Chelsea could kind of sense he was on something even when they was mucking around. This Chelsea footballer may be getting a ban for 4 years. So Mykhailo Mudryk was signed for Chelsea in January 2023 for a base transfer fee of €70 million or £60 million, with additional €30 million or £27 million in potential add-ons, bringing a total cost to €100 million. The deal was notable for its high valuation, and Chelsea outbidding rivals like Arsenal, who had been heavily linked with the Ukrainian winger. Mudryk signed an 8.5-year contract, reflecting Chelsea's long-term investment in the then 22-year-old talent. The new owner was getting criticism for committing to these long contracts with players. 8 years is absolutely wild in football, something the new owner was handing out to various players, especially young talent. And to be honest, he hasn't performed to that level of what they paid for him, but things took a turn towards the end of 2024. October 2024, Mudryk provides a urine sample during a routine test, which later returns as an adverse finding for a banned substance, meldonium, which apparently gives athletes in high intensity sports major advantages. It's been a red flag for many years. And why was he taking this? Obviously, he is competing in football where there's a lot of competition at a high level where there's a lot of money involved. This actually got banned after the Olympics when numerous athletes were on it, which this guy explained. So obviously it does work in some capacity if people in the Olympics are taking it.
Here's a wild stat. During the 2015 European Games, nearly 1 in 10 athletes tested positive for meldonium. Yeah, you heard that right. This led to WADA's big decision in 2016, a complete ban that shook the sports world. But why all the drama? Let's break it down. The science. Normal cells burn fat, plus they need oxygen. With meldonium, they switch to glucose, plus they need less oxygen. Results? Major advantage in high-intensity sports. But here's where it gets interesting. Not everyone's convinced. Some researchers argue WADA might have just jumped the gun, saying there wasn't enough solid evidence about the performance benefits. Now here's the key takeaway. While pro athletes can't touch this stuff, instant red card. It's a different story for the rest of us focused on personal optimization.
System. The following month, Mudryk makes his last appearance for Chelsea, scoring in a 2-0 win in the Conference League. December 1st, 2024, Mudryk is an unused substitute in Chelsea's 3-0 win in the Premier League over Aston Villa, marking his last inclusion in a matchday squad. And 2 weeks later, Ukrainian media outlet reports Mudryk tested positive for a banned substance in his A sample, with the B sample result pending. The following day, the Football Association, the FA, suspends Mudryk after notifying Chelsea of an adverse finding. Mudryk issues a statement on Instagram denying knowing using banned substances and expressing shock. He said, "I can confirm that I have been notified that the sample I provided to the FA contained a banned substance. This has come as a complete shock, as I've never knowingly used any banned substances or broken any rules, and I'm working closely with my team to investigate how this could have happened. I know that I have not done anything wrong and remain hopeful that I'll be back on the pitch soon. I cannot say any more due to the confidentiality of the process, but I will as soon as I can." Chelsea releases a statement supporting the FA's testing program and confirming Mudryk's denial of intentional wrongdoing. Reports indicate that Mudryk hires Morgan Sports Law, the firm that reduced Paul Pogba's doping ban, to represent him in this situation. Paul Pogba's another footballer I've seen as high profile has gone through this situation. His ban was reduced from 4 years to 18 months by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, in October 2024. The ban, which started on September 11th, 2023, ended on March 11th, 2025. That's still a long time out of football, and for someone like Mudryk who's got a good opportunity, young and developing, this will definitely affect his career if he spends many years out of the game.
The crazy part is we're in 2025 plus 4, so 2029 should be the end of his suspension. He's still going to have 2 years left on his contract. For Chelsea. It's a pretty bad signing if he was tested negative for doping. Like, he hasn't had the impact at Chelsea anyway.
By the new year, the B sample was expected, but no updates come out. February 7th, 2025, Chelsea includes Mudryk in their UEFA Conference League squad for the second half of the season, signalling optimism about his potential return pending a B sample result. The following month, no formal charges or updates on the B sample are announced, and Mudryk remains suspended. He is barred from training at Chelsea's Cobham training ground facility, but follows an individual fitness program. It wasn't until April 19th that Mudryk breaks his social media silence, replying with a crying emoji to Chelsea's Instagram post indicating stating he misses playing. The CEO of Mudryk's former club claims Mudryk passed a polygraph test to prove his innocence, though no official updates come out from the FA. May 28th, Mudryk travels to Poland in a personal capacity to support Chelsea during their Conference League final against Real Betis. He's not a part of the official squad and meets with local fans at the restaurant.
I'm always private plane. Mudryk said to me, I want to Messi. So I told him no, you know no place to go. Then he said to me, I want to no referee. He's very from Ukraine. I'm always private plane.
And it seemed even the Chelsea manager himself didn't even know that Mudryk was coming. He was just there to support his teammates while he was banned.
Hi Enzo, just a quick word on Misha, who's here in Poland as well. How pleased are you to see Mudryk being able to watch the final and play a part and potentially even receive a medal?
To be honest, I don't know. Is here or is coming? Is here? But I don't know. So happy for Misha to be here. I don't know, just happy for Misha to be here.
It seems the Chelsea manager was a little bit confused here because he cannot play or train at all, and rightfully so. The positive test that we spoke about is a banned substance because it's performance enhancing, and obviously there needs to be a competitive edge in football, and Mudryk is now in a lot of money and playing for the biggest club. Apparently he took it abroad when he was not on Chelsea duty. Mudryk had played for Ukraine, in Albania and Georgia in November 2024, and now the FA have released a statement saying they can confirm that they're charging Mudryk with anti-doping rule violations, alleging the presence of a prohibited substance and that it's an ongoing case. Mudryk faces a potential ban of up to 4 years under FA rule. Mudryk's legal counsel said on Wednesday that his position remains the same as he set out in his December statement and he shall not be commenting further.
Yes, the Football Association have charged Mykhailo Mudryk, the Chelsea winger, with an anti-doping violation, and if he is found guilty he faces up to a 4-year ban from football.
This time something come out about the Finnish system saying it increases blood flow, improving endurance and recovery. Apparently it come out in 1980s and was used to boost stamina for troops in high altitude, and even a tennis star back in 2016 tested positive for it as well. It is so hard to get to the top level of football that youngsters nowadays have to start at ridiculous ages, training every evening to try and get that competitive edge, and if people are cheating to make it to the top and are still earning the big paychecks, obviously he's become a multi-millionaire of this, that is wrong, but he's going to have a chance, I guess, with the FA to try and prove his innocence. See, Paul Pogba's lawyer that managed to get his sentence reduced, Mudryk is hired straight away, so maybe he'll be able to work a similar situation for him, maybe get a reduction if it does come back, definitely that he was taking it, or who knows, get it dropped. In boxing we hear about people failing tests and obviously they're fighting each other where someone could get hurt, or even MMA, but in this situation with a footballer, I think it's the competitive side of things. There's a young kid out there that's dream was taken by Mudryk getting to the top, and if he had to cheat his whole career, it's a whole nother thing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.